Check out the NERF lights. Hey guys, this is NERF Boy Productions here. Today I'm joined with Griffin.
Hello.
And we're here with an unboxing of the Zombie Strike Crossfire bow. The brand new bow from NERF. So it's the NERF Zombie Strike line, and it's a crossbow, but it takes darts. It doesn't take the discs, it takes straight up darts, any type of darts. Anyway, it comes with the Elite, the new Zombie Strike darts. Let's take a look at the box. So, right on top here you see real crossbow action. That's cool. You know, just like Zombie Strike, Crossfire bow. Yeah, take a look at the back. They always do the same thing, which I really personally love. It looks kind of like a diagram, like blueprints. It says real crossbow action. It's like, looks like it's hand-drawn text. You know, load and fire 4 darts, which I'll get more into. Me and Griffin will get into it later in the video. Pull trigger to fire. So yeah, it's a crossbow. So it takes a trigger, and the box is pretty general. Diagram on the back pointing out some key features, and then just a little picture on the front. Again, normally they do like with the Elite N-Strike Elite stuff, they do a real person shooting the gun. Here they do like a cool cartoon-esque little person, which is really, really cool. Top and bottom, just like basic stuff. We're gonna be doing an unboxing and review, and yeah, we're gonna do it together.
What I noticed is on the side it says exactly right there, if you can see that. Maybe sideways for you, but it says, no one knows exactly what happened the day the zombie struck. All we know is someone had to strike back.
That's so sick. And look at this too. Check out the free NERF Zombie app at nerf.com. Boom. Available on, it's also available on the App Store and Google Play Store, so Android and iOS. Now, I think we've talked about the box long enough.
Without further ado, let's get right into it.
So it's got one piece of tape on the side. Cut that.
Bam.
Open sesame. Alright, we'll open it at the same time for the moment of truth, because if any of you have ever opened a NERF gun, you gotta know this is what it's like. It's to open a NERF gun. It's pretty.
What side you opening it from?
I'm
on the wrong side. Alright.
Ready?
No. 3, 2, 1.
Oh. What the heck? Oh, you gotta install the bow. You gotta install the little bow piece yourself.
That's kind of lame if you ask me.
No, it's for shipping purposes.
This is why you're NERF Boy Productions.
Okay, so the way we open it up is right on the front, actually. You gotta just use scissors or tape to cut a piece of tape on the cardboard.
Oh, it's already installed.
Okay. Now, you also gotta cut out the bow piece, which I'll try and show you on camera. Come on. There we go. And it comes out just like that. Now down at the bottom right side of the box we have 4 Elite darts. Alright, that's something I have to say that's bad about the gun. Come on NERF. They give you 4 Zombie Strike darts. They don't even, this thing can hold 4 darts and it comes with 4 darts. Technically that's the max it holds, but if you lose 1 dart and this is your first gun you've ever bought, you're kind of screwed. Tells you how to assemble it. It's very cool. Griffin can't figure out how to do it.
No, I know how. I was just seeing if it went.
The big
so right here, it just shows that you can simply take that off, pull it, and I was trying to figure out if it would go on the bottom too, but it does not. It stays on the front too.
And you should push until it clicks.
No, it's meant to come out.
Nope.
No.
You gotta push until it clicks.
And we will never see it in its original form again.
Yeah, just like this interior and the long strike stock. Alright, that's not coming off now. Alright, so the way you can tell whether you're putting it on right, it's got the NERF right over here, so you gotta make sure that's there should be only one way it works. So I'm gonna fire it for the first time. Feels great. Gotta say, it feels great. It's got that plunger feel, you know? Like a plunger tube. Alright, so we're gonna take a look at the darts here. Feel how it loads in.
See how it fires. Maybe do a fire test.
That's at the end.
Even though it's quite late at night, if you ask me.
Alright, this is cool. The front, it's kind of like a pistol. You simply put in 4 darts, just like this. Bada boom, bada bing.
Bada bang, bada boom.
And they're all flat too. That's cool. You just kind of press it down with one finger, cock it back, you're good to go. Alright, let me talk a bit about this. the handle is really cool. It's got holes in it. This looks sick. You can see the wall right through it, right?
Right back.
Where you going?
I'm just gonna make a Griffin Boy custom.
Alright, so it's got holes in the handle. That's very cool, and it makes it much lighter. And it's really light. Hold on. This weighs about the same as my smartphone. Seriously. That's really sick. I love that. So, talking about the handle, it's really, really comfy. It's got this thing underneath, and even with me, which has bigger hands than the average Nerf player, I can fit it perfectly, and because it's so light, it's really easy to just go shaboom, like one hand, you know? Cocking it back, I love it. I didn't like the Fire Strike cocking back piece, how it had the hole in it, the cutout hole, and you have to kind of wrap your finger through and pull. That's really annoying. This, how it's like a real crossbow, like you use the two fingers and pull back. The elastics aren't gonna snap. They're actually, if you pull on one, the other one just goes up, so they work together, which is really cool and interesting. Now, it's got a built-in sight on the front, right there. And it's got no sight on the back, though, so you kind of just where that is, it should go. You don't actually look through the hole, but you look right on the top of the tick. And this will not come down or off or anything. That's just stationary there. Now, let me fire it. Okay, so it doesn't take any barrel attachments, which is understandable, but it does hold a stock. That's really cool. Let me grab a stock piece.
Take mine.
Here. So, over here, Griffin's been working on this. Okay, well, not working on, but he put this together. This is a stockade stock. Fits perfectly on there. This is actually the stock I would recommend for this. It feels very comfortable, very easy to line up. And check this out. The stockade stock holds 10 extra darts just on the stock. And because this holds 4 darts at once in the barrels, this is going to be really handy to whip out and pull in. There's no extra storage on the gun anywhere. So this is going to be very handy. Also, if you have one of the old barrel break dart holders, I'd recommend putting that on the tactical rail. I'm going to check out how accurate this thing is, just to see if you're going to want to scope on it or just leave it more tactile. First shot. Okay.
Instant renew.
Alright. First of all, I have no complaints with the Zombie Strike darts. They're very nice darts. Now, sorry about this. Let me fire. They're just like any of the other darts if you've ever had they're the exact same as the Elites, made of the same foam, just different colors. What the hell? I'm gonna try it with my favorite scope now, the Element scope. Try it without. Oh my. Alright. So I've had a chance to play around with it, and I gotta say, it's got one tactical rail on the top. Okay. So, sit down with it.
Just give me just a second. Great.
Alright, so we've both had a chance to play around with it. Now, let's go over some of the features. So, to load it, Alright, so to cock it, it's got one little thing on the top, which you can wrap your fingers around, pull down, and you're good to go. What I like to do is put my thumb on the back and my fingers there, just so you can, it's almost, I mean, if you have your hand here, that's really easy to do, but sometimes it's just nicer to get a little extra oomph. It's got one built-in sight right there. You don't actually look through the hole, you just look at the tick on top, and that doesn't come off, but that's alright. The attachments, it's got one tactical rail on top, no others. Kind of a shame they could have put like a foregrip or something on the bottom. That definitely would have been cool with like a bipod or something. But they didn't seem to do that. But all's well because it makes it much more comfortable to hold when it doesn't have that big tactical rail there. But it has one tactical rail on the top. Now as far as it goes, the iron sights are almost more accurate than if you were to use a scope and use the little crosshairs on the scope. This is more accurate, so I'd just recommend putting like a dart holder from a barrel break on there or something like that. You know, or maybe like a laser. I'd recommend like a recon laser, you know, something like that. That's pretty cool. So do you want to talk about how it shoots?
Well, another thing I found is there's 3 things where you can put a
three sling points.
Three sling points. There's one right here, kind of by the tip of the barrel, as you can see right there. There's one by the end of the handle right there. There's the second one. And last but not least, the very corner, like most Nerf guns, there's the third.
This one's not a sling point.
Yes, it is.
Because then you could say that's a sling point and that's a sling point. It's only the things with these special little...
Well...
But you could use it.
Never mind then. That made me feel stupid.
Alright, now something really cool about this. It doesn't take barrels, which is understandable, but it does take stocks. So where's the stockade stock?
I've already done that.
I'm redoing it. So as you can see,
right
Griffin's got the stockade stock on there, and I love the stockade stock on this gun because it holds 10 darts on the stock. So it's going to be really easy to whip out extra darts. Like this thing only holds 4, and once you fired 4 shots, you're out. So it's going to make much more stable shots if you've got that stock, and just the bonus that it holds 10 darts is really, really nice. So talking about firing, I'm gonna grab 4 more darts here.
Grab me too. My name is Griffin.
Here.
Yeah. To be wherever I belong.
Alright, so now what I'm gonna show you guys is the I'm gonna try demoing it off using the just a blue elite darts. See how that works? So you can shoot. How is it?
Not very accurate at all.
Really?
With the elite darts.
Might just because the darts are worn down. Actually, that's accurate.
Mine, I was aiming
That's accurate.
over there's a Spider-Man poster, and I was trying to aim for the head, and it went about maybe a meter left. So...
Okay, that's your darts. That's your darts. That's not the gun.
Alright, maybe I'll try one more right here.
Alright, now for the functioning... That was closer, wasn't it?
Quite close. Yes, very close.
Okay, so the way it fires is you put in 4 darts, and...
Simply take this thing right here, not too hard to pull back. Once that is cocked, it will be longer, and this will be longer. Simply press the trigger like always to release the compressed air. Yeah.
Check this out.
Firing good.
So the way it fires is pretty cool. So it holds 4 darts, right? But you don't necessarily need to like look for the first, the top barrel to load the darts. If you're in the middle of action and you don't know which barrel to put it in, because it's kind of complicated with 4. Which one do you put it in? Just put it in any barrel. I've only got 2 darts loaded in separate barrels. Actually, they're just like 2 in the middle. They're not even on either side. And you'll see, it automatically recognizes the middle one and the next one. It'll just, the barrels, when you put them in, they'll kind of click, and that just means that the air will go to that barrel, you know? So that's how it recognizes which barrel to shoot. So if you put one in the bottom and you fire, it won't shoot from the top, it'll shoot from the bottom. Just like the rough cut. Alright, so now for your final thoughts on the Crossfire bow. What do you think?
Are we doing this out of 10, or?
No, just like, thoughts.
Well, I personally like the way it's designed with the nice and easy cockback
hold on.
system.
Alright, now something I just noticed, it does say the nice big Zombie Strike logo. I love that logo, I think it's perfect. And just on the one, actually on the left and right side, it says NERF back there. But the cool thing, it's got circles on it. I'm going to try and show you. Little circles, and you can see kind of the light reflecting off of it, like all on the tons and tons of circles. It's pretty dang cool. So, can you see them?
Yeah.
Right there?
Yep.
It looks really awesome. I love that. Okay, so now we're going to give our final thoughts on the blaster.
Well, my final thoughts personally, I really like the cockback system right here. Really easy, really simple. I like the firing mode. Don't have to put them in anywhere. If I could put one in the bottom, none top, middle, or other middle, and it would recognize exactly where that is. And I would personally recommend a stock. It feels really nice, especially this stock.
Stockade stock.
Stockade stock. Thank you, Adam.
You're welcome.
Well, it's 10 extra darts, so if you're running out, don't want to reach into your pocket or reach in your vest, just simply take it off your shoulder real quick or not and just put it in anywhere and you're good to go.
So, yeah, the bow. I was worried about this when I saw it because the gun itself is pretty lean. Okay, it's pretty skinny. But this, I was worried when I'm running around walls, that'll get bonked. First of all, it's very, very rubbery. Now, the Stampede shield had an issue with this. It would bend and the plastic would turn white. This is very rubbery plastic, especially when it bends this way. It just like wants to bend. You know, it's very free-floating plastic. Oh, something I just realized. That these strings don't affect how it shoots. Those are just for looks. And when I just realized they are both over top of the gun like that, I think technically they should be like down. But anyway, that shouldn't affect it.
I think it should because when you pull back, it's putting tension on these, which will fling it further.
No. No.
See, look how far that is right now. That's cocked back. Moves up forward, and you can see how that moves.
Yeah, so that's going to affect it. If you've got them like one down low, like that, and one up high, then your tension is going to be offset, and I mean the actual plunger will still be firing air, but this tension of the strings will want to pull that faster, pushing the air out faster, more force, the dart will shoot further. So if you want maximum ranges, you got to make sure that it's like that. So that's kind of annoying, but it's alright. So it's got holes all through it. Holes. And that makes it very light. The weight, I have nothing to complain about the weight. It's so light, especially without a stock. I mean, normally I'd ride this thing with a stock, but without a stock, it's like super light. It weighs the same as my Galaxy S4. So that's pretty dang light. And yeah.
None of that.
I almost feel like it should be a rough cut. I feel like I want to be doing this, not reaching up every time and doing that, you know? I just feel like if you go boom, 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 that would make it much better. So here's the end of the video, guys, and here's my final thoughts. If you like the crossbow because it's a novelty and it's like a crossbow, I like it too. But then again, it's got the exact same ranges as the rough cut. Now the rough cut holds 8 darts, okay? So let me grab it. Alright, so this is the rough cut. It's a shotgun. It holds 8 darts in the front, and just like the Crossfire bow, wherever you put the darts, it'll fire. It can shoot 2 at the same time, or just 1 in between. It's got 1 tactical rail on the top, but rather than having to reach up every time with your 2 fingers and pulling back, you could just... which I personally find much more comfortable. So it costs less, or I think they might be the same price. It's got double the darts that it actually comes with. Then again, it doesn't hold a stock. So, pros and cons. I definitely love this gun. I think for the price, though, it's definitely worth it. It's much better than a lot of the guns. And for one of the main guns, okay, and the coolest thing I like about it is... oh, wait, hold on. Now, here's where it gets kind of interesting. It costs more for this gun than it does for the hammer shot. The hammer shot holds 6 darts, is much smaller, right? It's much smaller, costs less, and holds 6 darts. This is going to run you around $30 to $25. Holds only 4 darts, only comes with 4 darts. And it's got the same amount of tactical rails, and yeah. So, if you're looking for this to be your primary, I wouldn't recommend it. I'd stick with, for a primary, I'd maybe choose the sledge fire with the shotgun shells if you're going zombie strike. But as a secondary, what I would do for you, I would, before you buy it, don't put on this front piece. Just cut the string. It'll slip right out, and you won't have this big bulky thing in the way. You don't need it at all, actually.
Unless you're a big fan of this and you think it looks quite cool.
So here's the thing. If you buy it for novelty and you're like, I want this, or maybe you want the gun and you like the features of like the barrels and stuff and how easy it is to fire, but you don't want this big thing in the way, that's not a reason not to buy the gun because you can take it right off. So, yeah.
Overall, good gun.
It's a great gun, actually.
Okay price.
The price is very good. I mean, actually, the price is moderate. So it holds 4 darts, and it's around $30, I believe, 25 maybe.
It only comes with 4 darts.
So that's kind of a bummer. If you're looking into a first-time Nerf gun, don't buy this. But if you already have, you know, a couple guns, Retaliator, Rampage, whatnot, it's definitely something you could look into adding to your collection. I'm certainly glad I purchased one, and you will be too. So anyway, this was NERF Boy Productions.
I'm Griffin.
Signing out.